Welcome to my room tour at the Dreams Resort in Cap Cana, Dominican Republic. I recently visited this resort at the end of April with a bunch of my extended family, so I thought I would review my room and some aspects of the hotel that we did and did not like. Pulling up to the resort was really nice. It was very pretty inside. I was greeted right away and someone was willing to help me. I had inquired about some upgrades to see if the preferred status was worth the money. They were able to offer me the preferred status perks, but to stay in my room. In the end, I went with nothing, and it really wasn't an issue. This resort was also all-inclusive, so everything we did was included. Starting with the room tour, there's many buildings located within this resort. It's actually gigantic. I felt that our location was actually really good. We were close to all of the restaurants. We were right in front of a pool, and our building was the same location as the kids club. When you walk in here, you're immediately in the bathroom. This is a completely open bathroom. There is a toilet that has a separate door, but if you're planning to share this with kids and looking for some separation, you will not get that in this room. You have a shower, double sinks, no bathtub in this room type. Room type I got was definitely the most basic, and it was plenty of room for us, but if there was like 2 adults and another child in here, it might be kind of tight with closet space. As you can see here, the bed is big. It was a king size. The bedding was average. The pillows were not that comfortable. I know in one of my sister's rooms who had chosen the preferred status, they had something called a pillow menu, so she was able to select different pillows. The bedding was pretty thin. I will also say that the air conditioning wasn't working that well. Everything in the room kind of felt damp. There was an extra sofa, and out here on the patio you had a nice table and chairs and a pretty good view of all of the pools. We spent a lot of time out here. There were 3 pools total on the property. We spent a lot of our time at the preferred pool, which was nice. These swim-up bars provided cocktails. You weren't able to get food, and the cocktails were pretty watered down. There was also pool service with food and beverage, and it kind of took a while to find people to get you your drinks. There was also a really great splash pad that worked so well for some of the kids that were with us that were between the ages of 3 and 5. It was safe. There was waterfalls. We spent a lot of time there and really didn't have to worry. There were no pools though that were, I think, under 4 feet in depth, so with our littles we had to be really careful with them. Although we didn't participate, there were a lot of pool games and activities scheduled. There was some pretty fun music from time to time, especially as a millennial. We felt targeted with that music, but in a good way. And then there was some other fun activities like this giant blow-up slide that my 9-year-old nephew could not get enough of. Grounds of this resort were really pretty. Everything was lush. Everything was definitely taken care of. There were a lot of things at night that were geared towards children. Even their shows like this one were very child-friendly and appropriate for all ages. I think the time of this show was about 45 minutes, so it was perfect. They had a bar where you were able to get beverages. There was also an ice cream store that was, again, part of the all-inclusive experience. They also had coffees there, so you could get really any type of drink that you wanted. As I mentioned earlier, there was a kids club. It was very comprehensive. It was kind of the reason we booked this resort in the first place. In the end, none of our kids ended up going to the kids club. But when I did stop in to kind of say hi and check it out, didn't take any videos or pictures because there were children there that I did not have permission to put on camera. But the space was really big. There were tons of toys. If you've been to other Dreams resorts, it was kind of on par. The staff in there was very nice. They gave you a cell phone that you would take with you each time you checked in your child so they could call you directly if there were any issues. There was a full schedule each day packed with activities. They were closed over dinner, but then they reopened, as you could see, around this time here. Each day, the hotel sent out basically a newsletter of things that were going on, about shows, when maybe the water slide would be open, when you could get your massage, all of the activities going on at the pool, hours of the restaurant. It's something called the drink of the day. Just a note on the food at this resort, we ate at about 3 of the restaurants with timing and not understanding the hours of some of them. We didn't get to try them all, but the food was kind of below average. We had one good meal at the Italian place one night, and then the next night it was really not good. The customer service just was not there. I feel the friendliness of everyone was definitely missing. And then there was still an expectation that you would pay a certain amount and do certain customary tipping. And so that felt like a real letdown. I know these type of resorts are kind of known for this. I had a little bit of a different expectation with Dreams because I've been to some of their other resorts and I received really good customer service, but here it definitely missed the mark. One last thing I wanted to discuss were the other room types that I was able to see with my different family members staying in different rooms. This first picture here is the view from my sister's room, who had an oceanfront view. Her room was exactly the same layout with the open bathroom. She had 2 double beds, but this was the view coming out and it really was beautiful. The next room type that I was able to see was a room that had a swim-up pool. My other sister actually ended up changing rooms because her first room, again, had this partition that you could see that closed off and that actually separated the bed from the pull-out sofa, but their room was facing a road and it was not nice. So they ended up changing rooms to where the bathroom here is partitioned off and the bed and the sofa bed were next to each other. Overall, this room was much bigger. The room had a bathtub, unlike my room, but I did find it a little odd that the bathroom was kind of like floating in the middle of the room. The swim-up pool was definitely a nice addition. And then their view was of the resort as well, as you could see here, which is not a bad view because it is pretty. It just wasn't as pretty as the ocean view. Overall, this resort to us did not feel like it was worth a stay. We had initially booked it because we thought we were going to use a kids club more, and we did not. When I compare it to another Dreams resort that I stayed in Cabo, some of the similarities in service were there. The food quality definitely matched the one in Cabo, where it just was not that good. And there might be other resorts that are better to choose from than this one. I feel this review maybe wasn't as exciting as my other reviews that I have on my channel, but I'm just trying to keep some transparency and post all of the hotels I stay in, whether they are good or bad. So to keep it consistent with what I'm trying to achieve with my channel, this resort is good for kids. There was lots of stuff geared towards children. We did not leave the resort once, and for our 6-day, 5-night stay, it was good, definitely doable. I think at this price point, you maybe could have gotten something better where there was maybe more friendly staff, especially if you're not planning on using the kids club. Thanks for joining me on this room tour, and I'll see you next time. Bye!